Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw. Um, so as we know, the opening match was my boy, the megastar, L.A. Knight, yeah, defeating the Yeet guy, Jey Uso. Pretty shocked. Happy he won. It was kind of a pretty interesting ending they went there because I thought for sure they were going to screw us again. I was ready to make a rant when he went up to the turnbuckle and freaking did the splat. The Samoan splat right there, right? Instead, LA Knight reversed it into a schoolboy pin and won the match. Would have liked to have seen a BFT instead, but we'll take what we can get there. But, I mean, it's a great win and all, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything right now unless LA Knight goes on to win against Gunther this Friday night or next Monday night, because I'm a little kind of confused in when the match is going to be, since they said it was going to be on SmackDown this week, but then later they showed a graphic that it was going to be on Raw next week, so who the fuck knows anymore? But yeah, LA Knight won. Good. It seems like Jey Uso's turning heel. Also good, because no matter what people say, Jey Uso is an entrance. He is an entrance. That's all that it matters now. He is an entrance, and it is quite getting really stupid now, honestly. The whole, oh, I'm going to dance around, during the matches, or I'm going to do an encore, yada, yada, yada. No, dude, we're fucking done with this bullshit. Now they're teasing him possibly turning heel again. So we'll have to see what happens there. But LA Knight having the match against Cena would be good for LA Knight's career. Even though I don't think I think there needs to be more than just that at this point. But whatever it takes to get LA Knight there, I guess. I mean, if he's the last person to face John Cena, obviously it's something that people are going to talk about for a long time there, I guess. But again, he has to win against Gunther. And while it was cool that they had him beat Jey, I don't see how he beats Gunther unless there's some, like, maybe LA Knight cheats in the match there, since Gunther did a low blow in his match against Solo. And LA Knight's kind of has that type of character anyways, even though he's a babyface, where he will do some cheating tactics on occasion. I don't care how he beats Gunther at this point. I don't even care if it's like a count-out victory. They gotta freaking have him win here. Like, this is just such bullshit if they have Gunther versus Cena. You know what I mean there? But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if WWE tries to, do the whole classic, oh, we're going to give everybody hope, and then just crash it down, because that's what they've been doing with LA Knight for 3 years. All right, they make it think like, oh yeah, he's going to win Money in the Bank, and then they doesn't. oh yeah, he's gonna beat Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. Oh no, he doesn't. And it's a lame build too, by the way. Even though the match was great, lame build. Oh, he's gonna win it the third time's a charm. Oh, and then he doesn't win it. It's a pattern. Oh yeah, and then also the lack of pay-per-views that he's on, too. So we'll see. We'll see if WWE makes the right decision. We'll see if WWE makes the right decision or they decide to just fuck with the fans again and give it to Gunther. Because Gunther winning doesn't do anything for Gunther. Gunther's been the world champion 2 times. He retired Goldberg, okay? Not that that's anything that people may have wanted or needed, but, he retired Goldberg. Goldberg's a legend. Guys, I like Goldberg. I'm not going to put shade at anything Goldberg because I like Goldberg. But, he already retired somebody this year. And Gunther doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need it. LA Knight would need it better. He needs it more than Gunther does. So that's my take on the LA Knight situation. Hopefully WWE does it right and has LA Knight actually win here. But let's get to the big thing coming out of Monday Night Raw. Even bigger than this. And that's CM Punk versus Braun Breakker, Monday Night Raw, World Heavyweight Championship, January 5th, the 1-year anniversary of Netflix Raw, right? So CM Punk wasn't there at Raw. They said that he supposedly isn't medically cleared. Don't know what the injury is. This could just be a kayfabe injury to kind of make Bron Breakker look strong. I don't know why this would make him look strong, by the way. Since obviously we had a mystery man, cost Punk the War Games match. So I don't know where they're going with the mystery guy thing, because the mystery guy thing doesn't show up here on the show, so I don't know what exactly the mystery guy is supposed to be. It's not Seth Rollins, no, as much as I would kind of wish it was at this point. It's not Seth Rollins. He's out for at least 6 months, and no, even though we all know that I said that I never believed he was really injured because I couldn't trust ever he faked an injury in storyline. He didn't come back for Saturday night's main event, which is what everyone was predicting. Punk won the world title. So that ship has sailed. He's definitely injured, okay? He's definitely injured, okay? He's not going to be able to come back like within 2 months, okay? That's just not happening, okay? So, a lot of people are saying that the mystery man is Austin Theory. Now, there is no confirmation that it is Austin Theory, okay? This is just what people believe. Now, there is a lot of things to note. The Masked Man does appear to look bigger than Austin Theory. Not that does not mean it's not him, because he could be wearing bigger shoes, bigger boots, to make himself look a couple inches bigger. To throw people off. But Austin Theory is the prime thing. Is the prime suspect of the whole thing. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. If you really think that they're doing Austin Theory, CM Punk, WrestleMania, you're fucking crazy. Okay? They're not doing that. Okay? Punk is holding on to that world title until WrestleMania. I am almost certain he is. Okay? Bron Breakker is not winning the title in January. Okay? He's not. If anything, Bron Breakker will lose to Punk, and Bron Breakker will probably win the Royal Rumble. Because no, I don't think Roman should win the Rumble. First of all, I just want to say I don't even think Roman Reigns should be in the world title match or the WWE Championship match. The guy is never on the fucking show. Okay, hardly ever is on the show. Okay, and he's had his time. He's had more main events than anybody, and most of them, in the early phases of his career, he did not deserve. There were many people on the roster during that time period when Vince was jamming Roman Reigns down our throats for WrestleMania main events that deserved that main event over him, and yet he got it. Roman at this stage in his career does not need the world title. He does not need the WWE Championship. He doesn't come all the time. He should not be in any world title match. There should not. First of all, I also don't think there should be a Cody Rhodes versus Roman 3. That's just stupid in itself. The only reason why the rematch one made sense was because Cody gets his revenge in the story, and finishes the story. That's the only reason why that made sense. Doing it a third time is just overkill at this point. Especially if it's for the title. So, Braun Breakker cut an insane promo. I was like, anybody who says that promo was an epic promo that hasn't watched wrestling. That was a phenomenal promo by Braun Steiner over here, Braun Breakker. I liked how he used the some of the real life issues, like certain things he incorporated in the storyline. Everyone on social media was talking about, him almost injuring his neck at the War Games match. He incorporated that into a story. He incorporated that into the story, throwing shades at Punk. So it was a good promo. And it's definitely going to help him, especially whenever he does win the championship, because he will win it at some point. I don't think he wins it here. I think you saved that for a WrestleMania. I don't think you have him win it on the new day of the year or whatever, the first Raw of the year. I don't think you do that. I think the way this builds towards, you have Punk win, because that's why I think you had Bron Breakker win the War Games. You have him win the War Games to set up the match and make people think that he's going to win. And then you have the champion veteran win. And then this leads into their next encounter at WrestleMania. If that's where they go with it. But I don't think he wins here. I don't think he wins it here. But I am eager to see what Punk does next week, because I'm assuming if this is a kayfabe injury, then they sell the point of where Punk can respond to him after everybody's talking about Braun Breakker's promo. So everyone is interested, invested in what Punk's now going to say about what Braun Breakker said, and you have a whole week to figure out what Punk's going to do to respond. So that's where this whole thing comes into, where you set that up. Because this is going to be a month build to the new year of Monday Night Raw. And I guess this is going to be like the new thing for Netflix, essentially. Now, I guess this is going to be like a new tradition where they have all these big matches on the first Raw of Netflix now. Because I know they did it for the debut Netflix, but I didn't think they were going to do it for now it's going to be like a tradition for the next decade or 5 years, whatever, however long Netflix has Raw, that they're going to have these big matches for the first Raw of Netflix each year. But I guess that's what they're doing here. But yeah, I mean, I don't think Punk loses here. This is gonna be his first title defense. Um, it would be way too soon, especially with Mania on the horizon. To kind of go in that, especially since you got Chamber at in Chicago, right? You got the Elimination Chamber in Chicago. So no, I think Punk wins here. But I am interested to see what they're doing with this whole mask guy, because they didn't really, we didn't see no mask guy. Like, Paul Heyman and the Vision are claiming that they have no affiliation with the mask guy, which I call bullshit on that, by the way. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with this. Punk's definitely. I mean, Punk's amazing on the mic, so Punk's gonna he's gonna get his response on Braun. But Braun Breakker's promo was insane. That was an insane promo. You know, and again, this is gonna be seen where they go with LA Knight too, because I mean, what do you do with LA Knight if he does beat John Cena? Like if LA Knight beats Gunther, which I hope he does, but if he beats Gunther and then he beats John Cena, where do you go from there with that? Like I said, like you got Braun Breakker, who is someone, I mean, not to quote unquote the whole thing that Paul Heyman is promoting, the whole he's the future thing, but he really is one of the future guys in the company. He is. Like, you can't deny it. You can't deny what he's doing. He is one of the guys that are going to be up there in the future as the top tier main eventers of the company. I mean, his work rate, he's got the whole package. I just wish that WWE would be more invested in other guys just like Bron Breakker, who are doing just as good as Bron Breakker and are getting shafted. Obviously LA Knight is much older than Bron Breakker, but he is someone, if you build him up properly, you could have a star-studded LA Knight for a while. Austin, he didn't have a long career as the main eventer once he got to the main event. So I don't think, having a short rise to the top isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I am interested to see where they go. Like, you're gonna see like, the 1 month build of this whole thing between Punk and Braun Breakker is going to be good. It's gonna be a good promo battle. And I'm looking forward to see what they do here. Like I said, I don't see Punk losing. Because again, this is something that you can hold on to WrestleMania. You can hold on to this for WrestleMania, which would be much better. I know some people are saying, well, it could be Punk versus Roman, or it could be it can't be Punk versus Cody because they're both champions. But because obviously Punk versus Cody is what a lot of people would have wanted for the past couple of years, myself included. But there's a lot of different avenues that they can go. The fan favorite one would be Punk versus LA Knight, but we all know that ain't gonna fucking happen. It seems like that I think they're gonna do the match. Punk's gonna win, but it's gonna be very close, and then you have Bron Breakker win the Rumble. Can't have Roman win the Rumble, which I don't think Roman should be a championship contender at this point. But I think you then have Braun win the Rumble. And then that is where he chooses Punk, and they continue the story, you know, that they're building towards. Could be very well main event night 2. I think Punk's whatever Punk's match should be night 2 if he's the world champion. Cody doesn't have to have the night 2 main event again. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for latest content. Thank you. That's about it, guys. I am the Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure besides my YouTube channel is to follow the Twitch, Instagram. I do have a Discord link in the description. We discuss various topics, including this one here. And now I'm out. Peace.